Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a little showcase today. It's by a brewery that I'm not familiar with, but they're in my state, so I'm assuming they're new. They're called Devilbend Farm Brewing, I think, or Farm Beer Co. And this is their Oktoberfest series. It's 6 mixed beers. I thought it'd be a good way as an introduction to the brewery just to try all 6 together. So we've got a Kolsch, which is at 4.4%. We've got a German Pilsner at 5%. We've got a Märzen at 5.3. A Dunkel Dark Lager, or Dunkel, at 5.4. Then we've got the Weizen, the wheat beer. That's at 5.5. So they're all sort of in that pretty similar range. And then finishing off with the Rausch beer, the old smoked lager, and that is 5.4. So I've tried to do them sort of ABV, lowest to highest, but I've switched up the Rausch beer just to finish on that, just because of the smokiness. I thought having the Weizen, I'd probably normally have it earlier, but I thought I'll put it sort of as a bit of a palate cleanser before the Rausch beer. So yeah, good little showcase. And cheers to Craig in the chat. I think that was a message from earlier on. And then we've got Lee and Simo. How are we, boys? Good to see you. I've just knocked off night shift and yeah, it's now Saturday morning here, so the weekend begins. Unfortunately, I'll have to go down for a sleep at some stage because I've just worked all night and haven't gone to bed. So yeah, we'll see how the beers and the tiredness hold up. So yeah, I'll start off with the Kolsch. And yeah, the Kolsch was only 4.4, whereas most of the others are in the 5s. And I've got my little pub-style dimple glass. I thought that'd be pretty cool for this style of beer. What I'll probably do is just have maybe a half of each can. Don't want to get too drunk too early, so let's begin. And yeah, these guys, as I said, they're either a new brewery or just a smaller brewery I don't know much about. They're situated on the Mornington Peninsula, which is southeast of Melbourne. And yeah, it looks like they're in a little rural area, like a farm property. So yeah, sort of place next time I'm over that way, I'll have to check them out, especially too if they specialize in old German classics and that, because yeah, that's right down my alley. Let's do it. I forgot this is a pretty small glass, so that's probably about half the can there. So yeah, pours a light straw. Relatively clean and clear, this one. Carbonation, I'd say pretty mild. The body looks light and the head's about 1 finger. Let's go a whiff. Just smells like crackery. Might be a touch grassy. Very subdued, this one, but yeah, being a Kolsch, I'm not surprised. Haven't had a Kolsch for a while. I'd love to go to Cologne and drink the real shit out of the real big, tall glasses they have. Yeah, you might be getting like a slight grainy quality. But yeah, as I said, like biscuity, crackery, slightly grainy, slightly grassy. That's pretty much about it. I'm going in. First beer for the weekend. Cheers. Getting a touch of lemon. It's actually like quite bready. So yeah, white bread, biscuit. Light body. Carbonation's very, very light. It's almost like it's lacking that fizz. It finishes like fairly dry with a little bit of bitterness. But yeah, definitely easy to drink. This would be the sort of beer if you're, I don't know, pretty much like not really experienced beer palate and you visited the brewery, this would probably be the first beer they'd give you. Just as like like an introductory to the brewery. But yeah, it's very easy drinking, non-offensive. Yeah, just very, very subdued, like not much to it, like just the easy to drink beer. And down it goes. Pretty good take on the classic style. Next up, one of my favourites, a German Pilsner. So yeah, this one was 5%, so a fair jump up from the last. Cool, let's get in. Hope everyone's had a good week. And if you're enjoying a beer, let us know what you're drinking. And yeah, one thing that was cool with this pack is they were selling it at my favourite bar. So my favourite bar in Melbourne generally only gets like good quality stuff in. So this brewery would have to be fairly well respected. So yeah, you sort of bought it as like, actually I've got the box here. You bought it as like a mix 6. Pretty cool. So yeah, little 375 ml cans. And yeah, very German Oktoberfest looking sort of packaging. Anyway, so yeah, this is the German Pilsner. So this is straw in colour too, but a little darker than the last one. One finger head, sort of cloudy in appearance. The carbonation looks light in this one as well. I'd say this could be the one of the characteristics of the brewery. Their beers seem like they're not highly carbonated. So you're getting similar character in this bread and biscuit. It comes across more bready on the nose. I'm getting grass as well. Maybe like a herbaceous sort of note. Maybe a touch of pepper. But yeah, fairly subtle on the nose also. Anyway, I'm going in. Prost. Oh, yes. That one's got a bit more kick to it. So yeah, you're getting more of like a bready flavour. Still got that like biscuity, grainy thing going on. Carbonation's very light though. That's a little sort of a characteristic I'm a little unsure about. You're getting more bitterness with this one. It's grassy. There's a touch of citrus there as well. Definitely more bitter. I mean, they were probably all brewed fairly recently, like similar time. But just because this one's more punchy with the hop character, it sort of makes me feel like it's fresher. It'd just be the style, though. I'm not sure what as far as cultures go, I'm not sure what hops they normally use. Like you have your noble European hops, and most German classics, like especially your pale beers, they probably have similar hops in them. It's going down good. I'm looking forward to progressing into the darker stuff. I really enjoy a dark lager these days. And yeah, the reason for the Banks hat today is I thought, well, these guys are based on the Mornington Peninsula. Banks are pretty close to that region, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're probably like mates or have worked together or done something. So yeah, it's got that similar dryness to the first beer, but the bitterness is definitely more intense. You get more of that sort of green grassiness. Yeah, bready. And yeah, it's got like a touch of lemon there, which is a fairly common character of some German hops. But yeah, let's go to the next one. Next was the Märzen, so an amber lager. So I'm expecting this one to be similar colour to like VB or one of those sort of macro Aussie beers. Oh, it's a bit lighter. So yeah, this one straight away looks like it's got more carbonation. It's definitely darker. Still fairly clear. Yeah, it's got more of a head on it, like 1 to 2 finger head. Yeah, as I said, a bit more carbonated. Looks like it's got a little more body to it. I'd still say light body though. Let's go a whiff. Cheers, Shark. Good to see you, brother. I see you're on Geordie's there. So yeah, with this one, I'm getting a little touch of toffee. It comes across sort of like brown bread and toffee. Grassy. Could nearly say earthy. But yeah, this one's got more of an aroma on it too. It's like the other two are quite subtle. I love this style of beer, especially when it's smoky. Unfortunately, this isn't. But yeah, definitely getting a toffee note. I've had quite a few of these beers in the last couple of weeks, so I've got plenty to compare to. Yeah, I just get like brown bread, toffee, maybe like some dried fruit, earthy. Smells good. Cheers, guys and girls. Ooh, yes. I think I've picked them in the right order. Like they're sort of. Let's hope the smoked beer is a perfect finish. Prost, Sharky, Prost. Actually, feel like I'm getting a touch of chocolate in this one. Like it comes across a little toasty and roasty. When I say roasty, just slightly, like, just that taste, and then going back to the nose, I got like a little chocolatey note. It's quite tasty. I'll be honest, I could definitely session that. Hmm. So yeah, pick of the bunch so far. I'm not surprised though. It's a good style. So yeah, interesting name too, Devilbend. Sort of sounds like it'd be like, I don't know, the name of like a metal band or a racetrack or yeah, interesting. Yeah, definitely getting like some brown bread, toffee, little touch of chocolate. And yeah, well, I sort of felt like there was like a little touch of dried fruit there, like maybe like I don't know, like a raisin or apricot or something like that. Tassie Devil, fuck yeah. Well, they're relatively close to Tassie Shark. You just got to get there by boat. As far as Victoria goes, like, yeah, like that's the closest you can sort of get to Tasmania, where they're located. The actual cruise ship that goes out from Melbourne towards Tassie would go close to where these guys are based if they're out in the bay there. I dare say there's sort of there's like a bay and a peninsula and then another bay where there's like an island, and I dare say these guys are probably right in the middle of that peninsula where it's like it's real nice farmland and like quite hilly and stuff. There's another brewery there called Red Hill. They're really good with their classic styles. From what I heard last time, I think they were trying to sell up because well, they've been quite successful over the years, but I think the guy was just starting to get on a bit, and yeah, it was sort of becoming too much for him, which is fair enough. But yeah, I was just about to pour more of that one. Just settle down, Sammy. It's okay. You've got some other beers to try. So yeah, that one was really nice. Yeah, the pick of the three so far. So yeah, as I said, brown bread, toffee, yeah, like a little touch of chocolate I got towards the end, some dried fruit. It had a little touch of bitterness. It was a little earthy. Yeah, obviously a little bit sweet, like or not like not sweet, but as in sweeter than the other beers I had. They were more dry. It finished dry, but just had that initial sweetness with the like the toffee bready malt. So next up, the Dunkels or Dunkels dark lager. Looking forward to this one. And going well for time. I feel like when you're doing these sort of showcases, you aim for that sort of 30-minute to 45-minute sort of thing. If you got about this many beers in a smaller can format. Ooh, this one looks good. It looks a bit darker on the camera. It's probably more of like a medium amber, like a. It looks more copper on the camera. It's not quite that dark. It's more red, so like a slight orangey, reddy appearance. So yeah, I'd say amber, fairly clean, about a one finger head, light body. They've all sort of got that similar, like yeah, like clean appearance and like the body, like the thinness, like the lightness. So yeah, let's go with. Hmm. So yeah, I'm getting like brown bread as well, but I'm getting like a biscuity vibe. I also feel like there's like a maybe like a brown sugar. And I feel like there's some dark fruit in this one. Interesting. Maybe some chocolate again. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's like a raisin note. I just love with beer, like the science of it and the fact that like yeah, ingredients like malts and hops and yeast like just bring out these awesome like yeah, aromas and flavors and yeah, it's so cool. Just so many diverse styles and insane amounts of like yeah, flavors and notes and that you can get from different styles. Mm, I'm going in. Cheers, peeps, or shall I say, Prost. Yeah, so this one's more toasty, and yeah, I'm definitely getting like a dried or dark fruit note. It drinks a bit more fuller as well. Yeah, you sort of get like it's like a richness. I haven't had this style for a while. It's quite nice. You can definitely see the slight increase in like your malt and like the complexity of it. Hmm. This is a nice little experiment. It's cool though that you can do this sort of shit, like just kick back at home and try new beers from a brewery you've never heard of. And yeah, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's bad. But yeah, I had no idea what to expect when it come to these beers, but I just thought the fact that my favourite bar, who has like a great reputation and known for getting just quality stuff in, I knew that they were going to be at least like yeah, somewhat decent because if they were a shit brewery, they wouldn't have bothered. So yeah, So yeah, you're getting that toffee note as well. But yeah, you're getting like it's real malty sweetness, toasty. Definitely a malt forward beer. Hmm. I'm starting to feel like it's hitting the spot now, like getting a little tipsy. Not surprised too after a full night at work and no sleep. Thankfully I had some food, so that was good. But what I want to do is I want to kick on afterwards, so I think a coffee and a shower will be in order after this review. One thing I've always said to like my workmates and that, I really wish when you finished your Friday night shift, which goes into your Saturday, I wish your body could just allow you to continue through to your Saturday without having to sleep. And you just like, just went about your Saturday like normal and then went to bed Saturday night and you were fine. But yeah, you try to do that and it gets to like Saturday lunchtime and you're absolutely cooked and need sleep. That's the only shit thing about doing nights. Is it's hard to sort of plan something on a weekend because you know you're going to be stuffed. But yeah, the Dunkel, quite nice. I'd probably say at this stage, this and the Mertzen are probably on par. Enjoyed them both around the same. So next we're going to go the wheat beer, which will be somewhat of a palate cleanser after a couple of darkies. I'm hoping I get that huge like. One thing I like with wheat beers is you get that sort of that bigger, fluffy sort of mouth feel. They're quite often fairly big in carbonation. When you get the huge banana and clove, it's always very enjoyable, bready. In we go. Don't spill it, Sammy. Precious cargo. So yeah, good thing. Yeah, one characteristic with a lot of Visons is the cloudiness. They have that similar appearance to like a hazy IPA. And as I said, quite often they've got that sort of cloudy, like a bigger pillowy sort of mouthfeel. So this one's got more of a head on it, about 2 to 3 finger. It looks, I'd say medium body for this one instead of light. So it definitely looks different to the other beers I've had so far. And the colour in this one, it's sort of like a light orange. Let's go a whiff. Oh, yes. So banana and clove straight up. Huge banana. Sweet and ripe. It's got that sort of like slight candied feel to it. So it's grainy, bready, banana, slightly grassy, and like the herbal spice notes. Oh, it smells really good. When I caught up with my brother on the other side of the country, we hadn't really had many sessions together as adults because, like, we've lived in different areas, like, since we've been sort of grown up. And yeah, when I've sort of talked about beers and we've gone to breweries and stuff, one thing he said is he loved the taste of the wheat beers. So yeah, every brewery we went to, that was always the first beer he tried. And yeah, it was just cool because he's not really into beer like I am, but it was just awesome that that was a style that he just sort of gravitated to. And it was like that was his sort of, yeah, like if the brewery made a good wheat beer, he was happy. And yeah, I thought that was cool. It's sort of like you get, it's almost like a mixture of real banana, a candied banana, and then like white bread, or even like sort of cereal grain. Hmm. I'm going in. It smells delightful, this one. Cheers. Definitely a fuller body. I'd say medium, like a smooth, pillowy mouthfeel. Huge banana. I almost get like a characteristic you can often get with like some sort of yeasts and like a wheat beer combination as like a bubble gum candy sort of note. I definitely get that with this. Yeah, it's quite nice. See, what I've had of wheat beers, I really enjoy them, but we just don't see them very often. When I get back into brewing, hopefully someday soon, I'll have to do a wheat beer. It'll be good. Thoughts on wheat beers, boys and girls? That's really nice. So yeah, it's sweeter than the other beers. Um, it's very punchy with flavour too, which is good. Not much bitterness to it. Yeah, it's just got that really nice, I don't know, like esters, just getting huge like banana clove. Yeah, like that bubblegum candy sort of note. Like it almost reminds me of like a blueberry bubblegum. Yeah, it's weird, but it's good. So that's the Bison. So yeah, that one was 5.5. And I'm probably going to say that's my pick of the bunch so far, to be honest. Mm. The reason I'm bending down like that is I'm just sitting them on the floor because, like, obviously they've still got beer in them. I don't want to spill them. I've got a coffee table here, but there's not enough room on it for 6 cans. Cheers, Dan. Good to see you, mate. And hello, Thomas. Good to see you, brother. Hope all's well. So here's the grand finale, the one I'm looking forward to the most. Rush beer, smoked lager, 5.4%. A style that's very divisive. When done well, I absolutely love it. But there are some half-assed attempts out there, especially when it comes to like some sort of smaller craft breweries. So yeah, this is really going to be the if this is a good Roush beer, my thoughts on this brewery are going to be pretty high. So yeah, a lot can come down to this beer. But yeah, from what I've had so far, I don't mind these guys. They're pretty good. So here we go. They've all gone down very well, these beers. I just felt the first two were quite subdued. There wasn't much going on. I sort of wanted some more punchiness in the German Pilsner because it's a style I really enjoy. So colour looks darker on camera. It's sort of like a burnt orange, slight copper tinge to it. Yeah, it's fairly clean, this one, about a 1 finger head. Carbonation looks very, very light, but there's not much going on at all. Let's go a whiff. Please be smoky. Come on. Oh, yes. Yes. I smell that cherry wood smoke straight away. Oh. On aroma, I'm pretty happy. So you're getting that. I feel like it's that Bamberg cherrywood style malt. So you're getting, yeah, sort of that honey ham smokiness. It's definitely bready as well. And that's pretty much all I'm getting. But that's what you sort of expect with a beer like this. It's maybe a touch of like earthiness as well. That's about it. But yeah, the smoke's definitely there, which is good. Anyway, enough sniffing, less talking, and more drinking of the smoked ale, or should I say lager. Prost. Yeah, boy. That's pretty good. I'd say medium body. Sort of got a combination of like white and brown bread. Definitely got that honey ham smokiness. The only thing that's a slight negative is the carbonation. It's got that sort of like very smooth mouthfeel, but it's like that it almost feels like the beer's a bit flat. So yeah, that in saying with their beers, they haven't all been like it, but the majority just feel like they need a bit more carbonation. But yeah, notes on this. But can't really fault it much. It smells and tastes really good. It's got a little bit of bitterness to it. Toasty, smoky, initially sweet. I just wish there was more carbonation. Just needs that little like prickly edge to it. But no, I'm pretty impressed with this brewery. It's good shit. So yeah, for those that just joined, they're called Devilbend, and they're like a farm brewery based in Mornington Peninsula, which is like southeastern Melbourne in Victoria. So yeah, you've got like a bay and this like peninsula that's off to the side of Melbourne, and it's like along the coast. There's a lot of beaches and like really nice homes. A lot of city folk own like holiday homes there and stuff, and you've got some adventure parks. But in the middle, in the hilly regions, it's mostly like farmland. There's like a couple of wineries and yeah, like some small townships and that. But yeah, the majority of it's still farmland, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's like I don't know, like I feel like I really want to go there, like in that area now. Like, yeah, these guys, Banks, they're just north of there. And I'm a huge fan of Banks, but I just can't get there because it's too far from where I live. So I feel like I need to plan a little weekend. Maybe if I stay over that way for a night, then I can visit. Pardon me, I could visit these guys and go to Banks, go to Boat Rocker, go to a few that are in that same area. So yeah, as I said, quite impressed. New brewery to me, new brewery to the channel, obviously. Um, yeah, I've never heard anyone speak of them or anything. So yeah, you never know. They might be fairly new. I'll have to look up and see when they were established. But yeah, whether I dare say, just from this pack, they're probably like a more of a classic style brewery. Sort of hope they are, just because there's too many bloody craft breweries out there all doing hazy IPAs, and that's all they do. So yeah, be interesting to see. Um, I feel like out of the six, I think the Weizen was my pick, and yeah, that's quite surprising. But yeah, I just felt like it was really well done. All the characteristics were like quite elevated, and yeah, it just blew me away pretty much. So yeah, that would have been my pick of the bunch. And then I would have had the two darker lagers. So the Dunkel and the Märzen I would have had on a par, as well as the Rausch beer. The Rausch beer, the carbonation was higher. It would have been up there as one of the best, but yeah, it come across like it was flat. So yeah, it sort of annoyed me a bit. And then yeah, obviously the two that I started with, they were just a little more subdued. Um, the Kolsch you sort of expect it to be. I mean, it's only 4%. It's like an intro level beer. Not much going on, but yeah, like it was a good take on the classic, but just compared to the other beers, it was a bit like boring. And then yeah, I just felt like the German Pilsner was like it was decent, but just not at that same standard as the others were for that style. And like this is a style that normally I really enjoy. So yeah, whether I go back and have a taste of them again, I might just do that. Who knows? Yeah. Final thoughts. It's cool. Yeah, I love the fact that they've done a mix six like Oktoberfest style pack. That's cool. Yeah, like I don't know. Just after having these six, I just really want to try some other stuff from them now. So yeah, I might even like reach out and whether they might have an online store or I might even send them an email and say, look, I've just tried six of your beers and did a YouTube review. Just wondering if I could purchase a few more off you. Because sometimes they don't have online stores, but if they know that you live a fair way away and yeah, like they're sort of happy to help you out. But yeah, I might wrap it up there, I think. Not really sure what's going on afterwards. Yeah, it's still relatively early. Not many people around at the moment. But yeah, it's been an enjoyable little review. And cheers to Devilbend. We will definitely see more of you again. So, yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. There might be another review on later. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm probably going to join some panels or do a hangout or whatever. Like, not really sure, but yeah, I need to have myself a coffee and a shower and wake up a bit. So, cheers, peeps. We will see you again.